Before I start this lesson, I'd like to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahshai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash, double honor to the apostles and elders of great millstone who rule and teach well. Shalom to 144,000 men that's pushing you believe in this word in all true sincerity. Shalom to the men and women and children that's listening and tuning in, and shalom to the men, women, and children. To the Israelite foreign scouter brought on all four. Shalom yet again, and this video is basically surrounded by false prophets. Recently, earlier this week, I was watching this video of this guy that was y'all made fake King David guy saying April 8th is I forgot how he said it, but he said Yahweh Shai was coming back and a bunch of madness, man. And really, he's a false prophet. So, nonetheless, I'm going to get into this, and I ain't going to make this super long. But this is Matthew chapter 24. This is Matthew chapter 24 and verse... let me grab it real quick. This is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 11. And many false prophets shall rise to deceive many. And yeah, we're living in that time. And also not even just we're living in that time. We're seeing it on the internet. We're seeing false prophets incorrectly breaking down the word of the Lord, saying, oh, Yahweh Shai came back. And no, he didn't. Because if he did, we will be already in the second covenant completely. We wouldn't be teaching. And that breaks the second covenant when the Lord said that he's going to make this second covenant in our inward parts in Hebrews chapter 8 and other scriptures too as well. So that's one thing you wrong at, man. And then not even that, he talk about, oh, y'all lost faith. And, bro, that don't make sense, because if you no man knoweth the hour. And I'm going to grab that too, because no man know the hour. No man know. I spelled it wrong. No, it's a Revelation. So hold on, let me grab that one. Cause you can't say Yahweh Shai gonna come back on this and this day when he himself don't even know. So you must know something we don't know. You must know something Yahweh Shai don't know, man. That ain't orderly. That don't even make sense, man. Let me see. No. Hold on. Let me see. Ah, shit. Hold on. Bear with me, Bubba Shah. Let me see. I know it's in Revelations. I know it's in Revelations too. That Matthews ain't a bad one. Actually, you know what? No, yeah, I'm gonna get this in Mark chapter 13. This is Mark chapter 13 and verse 32. But of that day, that hour knoweth no man, nor angels, and those angels are way above us, man. Those angels have capabilities we could just imagine, and they could do more than what we can imagine. So that completely breaks that fucking statement and say, oh yeah, April 8th we Yahweh Shai come back. That don't make sense, man. And then when you keep reading, it says, which are in heaven, neither the sun. So you talking about Yahweh Shai gonna come back on the 8th. He don't even know if he coming back on the 8th, man. He don't know. Well, he clearly didn't, but he don't know when he coming back. But the Father, which is Yahweh, only he knows when Yahweh Shai is going to come back and when he's going to do what he needs to do. So after that, I'm going to grab Deuteronomy chapter 13, because this is going to be a judgment of a false prophet and trying to deceive many. And those people who are listening to him and just entertaining it, y'all going to be sorely disappointed when y'all lead. A lot of y'all leaders, a lot of these so-called leaders that's leading men the wrong way and doing things that's not contrary to doctrine, they're going to suffer for those things, and they're going to suffer horribly. So anyway, this is Deuteronomy chapter 13. Oh, I meant to say 13. This is Deuteronomy chapter 13 and verse 3. Thou shalt not hearken unto the words of the prophet, nor the dreamer of dreams. For the Lord your God, Yahweh, your power Yahweh, proveth you to know whether ye love the Lord your power Yahweh with all your heart and all your soul. In verse 4, ye shall walk after the Lord your power, your God, and fear him and keep his commandments, obey his voice, and ye shall serve and cleave unto him. Let me see. Yeah, verse 5. In the prophet or dreamer of dreams shall be put to death, because he has spoken to turn you away from the Lord your God. And yeah, that's exactly what these false prophets are doing. They're trying to deceive you, trying to turn you against Yahweh B'Shem El Shai, and you going against what he says. This is one of the things that we deal with here in Babylon. We have to know when there's a false prophet teaching false, incorrect breakdowns of things. And that's why it is also our job as a watchman to know who's a false prophet and not. Like you. Let me see. Which brought you out of the land of Egypt and redeemed you out of the house of bondage, to thrust thee out the way which the Lord thy power Yahweh commanded thee to walk in. So shall thou be put the evil away from midst of the yeah. And the Lord is going to completely destroy you wicked ass niggas, man. All of you. And y'all going to see, y'all going to feel, know, and see what's the judgment of the false prophet, man. And that ain't nothing pretty. You could just imagine what the Lord feels about that, thinks about that. I mean, he set it up that way, but he set it up as an example. And that also leads into another video I'm going to do. The Lord, but I ain't going to spoil it, but nonetheless, the Lord provides us with examples of what happens if we don't follow him. So many examples in the scriptures. And he also shows examples of what happens when we do follow him wholeheartedly. It may not always be, nonetheless, that's another lesson for another day. But anyway, this is 2 Peter chapter 2 verse 1. But there were false prophets also among the people, even as thou there shall be false teachers among you, who privily shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that brought them. And yeah, that's what a lot of false prophets do. They at some point they're gonna end up saying, "Oh, I'm this, I'm that. Oh, Yahweh Shai ain't this, ain't that." And that's what all these false prophets circle around to. They end up trying to debunk the doctrine, saying, "Oh, this ain't this, this ain't that." And them themselves believed in once upon a time for your elders and teachers, even denying the Lord that brought them, and bring themselves in swift destruction. And yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. These false prophets, these false teachers that learned under the apostles of GMS, etc., and obviously did disobey and went against the orders of Yahweh B'Shem El Shai, is going to serve a very brutal and mass judgment, and it ain't going to be pretty, man. And at the end of the day, the Lord is going to handle these people one by one, in mass numbers too, also, not just one by one. Because Galatians also speak of that. So this is Galatians chapter 1 and verse, I'll read verse 6. I'll start at verse 6. This is Galatians chapter 1 and verse 6. I marvel that ye are soon removed from him that called you into the grace of Hamashiach unto another gospel. Verse 7, which is not another, but there be some that trouble you and will pervert the gospel of Hamashiach. Verse 8, but though we or an angel from heaven preach any other gospel unto you than that which we have preached unto you, let him be accursed. And yeah, that means any other that sits up here and go against what Yahweh B'Shem El Shai laid out for us to follow, and doing things that's contrary to doctrine, what's going to happen? You have to mark that individual. You have to be like, okay, after so long, you only can rebuke that person for so long until they just keep going, man, and keep going in their madness. In this verse 9, as we said before, I say now again, if any man preach another gospel unto you, then that ye have received, let him be accursed. And yeah, in verse 10, for I do now persuade men, or Yahweh, or do I seek to please men? And when a lot of people pervert the gospel, they try to please themselves, try to make themselves high on standard, put themselves on a pedestal, or just try to make themselves look good, man. And in this ministry, it ain't about what men look at you as. It's about how the Lord look at you. Because at the end of the day, the Lord's the one who's controlling everything, man. He's pulling all the strings, all the plugs. He's making how he literally lays the life out you have already. He already planned it. You're basically a recycling bottle. The Lord basically recycles and knows who's who and what's what, man. And that's why it's so fearful, because the Lord knows everything, how it's gonna play out. He obviously created this movie, so we just have to sit back and watch, and we have to pray that we're of that hopeful elect remnant that gets saved. Even though we go through our afflictions, our hell, we have to pray that we could be saved, man, and that we will be saved. Verse 10, for if I yet please men, I shall not be the servant of Hamashiach. And yeah, that goes to say that if you pleasing yourself for other men, for whatever material purpose or whatever purpose you're looking for, that's contradicting, or not contradicting, that's against the gospel, then you're pleasing, you worrying about fleshly things. You ain't worried about spiritual things. You're not a spiritual person. You're only worried about what you want. But yeah, man, I didn't want to make this too long. This is just something I was thinking about and meditating upon doing. But yeah, man, before I close out, I'd like to give our praise to Yahweh B'Shem Shai B'Shur Kakadash. Lord willing, this video is edifying, quick and straight to the point, and on to the next one. Shalom.